Hello, 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 and welcome to season 2. Oh my gosh, like season 2? We have a second season of Viva Aaliyah because you all have tuned in. We have a whole lineup of guests. I am beyond excited for everything that's coming up. This season is starting out with such a bang. I have a dear sister of mine today from New York City. We'll get into her in just a minute. We have next week an international superstar vocalist who is going to be chiming in from either, I'm not sure yet, the Netherlands, Germany, or Argentina. So I'm excited about that. We have former Miss Continentals, former Mr. Everything. We have panels that y'all have been asking for. This is the season, y'all. I cannot believe it. We have a new look, we have new life, we have new shades, as you can see. So I want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in last season. I want to tell you that it's only going to go up from here. Dominic and I are working on project after project after project to make sure that this season is what it needs to be. I want to also, starting off, remind every single person here that the most important thing you can do for yourself in this country is walk outside on November 3rd and vote. If you have not already mailed in your ballot or have done your absentee, you need to be at those polls. You need to be making the change that we need in this world. You do not have to be Democrat to vote Democrat this year. You just have to be sensible and know that what we currently have is not what we need for this country. So vote on November 3rd. We have more to come on that. That is also part of our first entire month. Whoa. I think my head's spinning a little bit just sitting here talking and thinking about this. I believe we are able to now do a little remote access. And by believe, I mean we absolutely can. We are filming live today from the bar that I hold a title at. I am Miss 626. 626 refers to the day that LGBT marriage became legal in the country. The Supreme Court voted that we can marry each other, which I'm very happy for and proud of because I'm married to my husband. So 626 is the bar that I reside at. I am the current Miss 626, and I will be that for God knows how long more. Um, but we are at my home bar sitting up on the patio. I have this beautiful set with me. We are not being sponsored by Corona, but Corona, if you're listening, we'll take it, honey. It was just one of the backdrops we had available. So, I have something new for you. I want to talk to you a little bit about what's in your glass because we ask every guest that every episode. And that's not going to change. We want to know what people are drinking. And once again, Viva Aaliyah is a proud supporter of sobriety and making yourself right and being the best you that you possibly can be. So if cranberry juice is what you're drinking tonight, honey, if you are doing a nice cranberry can, or if you have a glass of milk with your cookies, or you have a glass of milk with my cookies, then I am so happy for you, and I love that. I am taking part in my libation for the day. However, you could be taking part in your nightly cookie routine, whatever that cookie routine may be, and need a drink after that. So, like I said, alcoholic or not, we want to know what's in our guest glass every show still. What we've added on this year, oh, I said year, season, what we've added on this season is we are going to help our community because during this pandemic, one of the hardest hit industries was the nightlife industry. There are so many more, the Broadway industry, especially in New York. Finance obviously has taken a huge toll. The housing industry is crazy right now. But where I can make a difference is in the nightlife industry because that is where I entertain and this is where I hold my title. So each week, we are going to feature a new bartender that is from anywhere across the world that has been affected by this pandemic. And I do want to say some of these bartenders are coming live from their bar. But if you think about it, in this pandemic, 50% capacity means their checks get cut 50%. So they're taking home 50% of what they would have. Hopefully, they're taking home 50% of what they would have. Sometimes they take home less in the current state of the country. So we want to feature everybody from working bartenders to non-working bartenders, from New York to California to Tibet to China, honey, to Australia, New Zealand. We have some amazing things coming for you, and we have a bartender for you today that is right here in my home bar, but we're going to actually go downstairs on our traveling cam. And once we have that up, my producer is going to give me a good old thumbs up. But I have a very special person that is going to give us a recipe for today. And that is our show director here. I won't call him by her name tonight because he is coming live to you as himself, a dear friend of mine, somebody that gave me a chance and is continuing to give me a chance after I won Miss 26 to prove myself. And I am so happy to have our show director, but also bartender here at 626 in Jersey City. And are we good? His name is Sean Golden. We're going to go downstairs.
Can you see me? Can you hear me?
So Sarah, really quick, before we continue on, go ahead and pass Sean the ear pods so that we can hear a little bit better.
Can you hear me, Mama?
I can hear you now. Let's do this.
Fantastic. Hi, everyone. My name is Sean. I'm here at 626, Aaliyah's home bar. I am the show director. I am a beautiful woman. Don't let this deceive you. Here at 626, we make a lot of great cocktails. The cocktail that we're going to make tonight is something called the La Luna. We are actually in the works making cocktails based off of our drag queen. And this one is named after me. So it's kind of a twist on a cosmopolitan because I'm a white woman. And let's go through these ingredients real quick. We have Stoli peach because I have a big butt. We got some fresh lime juice because you need some of that citrus. We got some Prosecco because I'm a drunk whore. And then we got a little bit of cranberry juice just for a touch of color. Okay? We got our glass chilling. We got our shakers. I'm just gonna go through this and make this drink for you. Okay, so we're gonna do 1.5 ounces of the Stoli peach. I don't have to measure because I'm a professional-ish. We're gonna do 1/2 ounce of the lime. We're gonna do 1/2 ounce of the cranberry. Then we're gonna do a nice shake, okay? Oh, just a nice old shake for you. You boys and girls, well, maybe not all of you, but a lot of you will know how to do that. And then we're gonna empty our chilling glass, and we're gonna pour it right into there. Ooh, it's nice and pink because Stella is a pastel lady. And we're gonna top it off with some Prosecco, with some bubbly, and then just for a little color, we're gonna add a half moon. Now, if we were really fancy, I would add glitter, but we ain't that fancy. We are in the middle of a pandemic, but it will still taste delicious. Here's the real stuff. It's so good. I hope you guys make yourselves one. I'm gonna go finish this and hopefully not get drunk during my shift. Back to you, Aaliyah. Thank you so much. We love you.
Thank you. Ooh, we can see my producer Dominic right now. I love that. So we have, first of all, I will take that drink right up here on the rooftop. Once you can get it for me, Sarah, I will take that drink and I will be happy to drink it. Yeah, so we want to say thank you to Sean. Thank you, baby. I'm so happy to have you. We're also going to be putting up Sean's Cash App and Venmo so that we can make sure that we are tipping our bartenders. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Sarah,
Love
I will
you.
take it from here. All right, y'all. So we are going to put up Sean's information at the bottom of the screen. We are also going to put it in the video description as soon as we can, so you can tip our bartenders. The reason I want to do this is because, like I said, our bartenders are losing so much money. Our nightlife industry is losing so much money. I can tell you right now, I went from like 3 gigs every other week and 2 gigs every other week to zilch. I'm finally back doing brunches, finally back with my sister Kimmy some money, and we are finally able to make a little bit of something, but it is nowhere near what we had before. So I know that if we're suffering, that they are having issues also. So please, 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 please take care of our bartenders each week. $1 will literally take them to the next level if everybody gives something. And you can take any money you were ever planning on giving to me and just give it to them. I love that. Give it to our bartenders. So we also have some love the new intro. We're gonna take some comments. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you from my husband. We love the look. Oh, just wait. As soon as FiFi comes on, we're gonna take these off. And this eye look is about to be yours. Hi. How are we? Ah, my cousin Sheena is wonderful. Okay. Oh, now I can see it's in the light. So we're going to take a little sip of the Stella. Oh, did you try it on your way up? So we have Chris and Dominic here. Let's see what they think. I was pleasantly surprised. It's a little Sour Patch Kitty. I kind of like that. Whoa. She's got a little bite, a little sparkle. Dominic, what do you think? So once again, I have my producer here. We are almost connected with FiFi DuBois, but she's in a different state tonight. So I'm killing a little time and I kind of like it. I can just spend more time with you. So if we have any more questions, concerns, comments about what's coming on season 2, go ahead and ask me. And if you have any questions for me, like what do we have planned? What is my plan? What's going on after this? My Aunt Sheila, hi. I am happy to answer anything. Sour Patch Kid drink, sign me up. Ooh, Stephanie Manelli, another one of my sister-in-laws. We love that. I know my father-in-law watches. I know my mother-in-law watches. I know my grandparents watch. We are very blessed. Dominic, what say you? Oh, we're patching in now. FiFi has good timing, so I am going to do a very, very heartfelt introduction because I have one of my closest sisters in New York, somebody that actually gave me a chance on stage when others wouldn't, and somebody who has just been such a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful mentor and friend and compadre in my drag career in New York City. She is one of the most talented dancers I have ever met in my entire life. And she has slayed, for anybody that knows, on the Continental stage and on the Miss Gay America stage. She is somebody I've known for probably 7 years now. That's crazy. And she is the beautiful, talented Miss FiFi DuBois. Hi. Can you hear me, sister? You can hear me. I cannot hear you. Maybe Dominic just needs to hit something.
Wait, I got you. Now
there we go. I can hear you. I can hear you. Work.
Sorry.
How are you?
I'm good. I literally came from a 6-year-old's birthday party in Scranton, Pennsylvania. Not a joke.
Are you home now?
Like 100%.
Are you home
real.
now or are you in a hotel?
No, I'm at a Hilton hotel in Scranton, Pennsylvania.
Girl.
You know, she gets put up.
Well, then we need to get to the first question. Girl, what's in your glass? Talk to us about it. And
Right now it's ice cubes from the hotel hallway. Now it's Jameson on the rocks.
Work. Come on, Jameson on the rock.
Because she brought it from home.
So, cheers to you.
Cheers to me.
I love you.
I love you. If I ever cross you and you ever cross me, then fuck you and here's to me.
I like that. Scranton, tell me you met Michael Scott from Stephanie Minnelli.
From Michael Scott from what?
Michael Scott is from The Office, right?
Oh, because I was gonna say Scranton is where The Office is based, isn't it?
I think so.
What's the company that they work for?
The Office is not my full gig. So
Paper Mill Playhouse, is that? No.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah. So sister, I do want to get into the questions, but I didn't ask. I didn't write this to you, but I do want to know. You have a website, correct? That you've loaded now.
A website?
Yeah, or you have new merch out. You have merch out of some
I have
sort.
merch out. I have a podcast. I have new merch coming soon. I'm trying to get to 10,000 followers on Instagram before I release my website. So I have my website like waiting in the wings. So if you don't follow me on Instagram already, you can follow me on Instagram at FiFi DuBois DQ. That's FiFi DuBois DQ. It's also my name on that little. Yep, I put it there. That part.
That one little thing.
What was I saying?
Your merch. How do people get it?
So I have some merch on dragqueenmerch.com. But I'm currently working on some new exclusive merch with Teespring. If you're not into Teespring, get into Teespring. They're very cute. If you're a creator that's looking for a place to sell your merch, they give you a really great kickback on how much you sell and all that stuff. I'm a bat, duh, because it's like spoopy season. Wait, is there a tag? There's a fucking tag. Got it. Nailed it. Gorgeous. No, so Teespring, I have new stuff coming out, hopefully in the month of October. And then I have my own podcast with Whatever You Say Productions. You can catch that on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Android Podcasts, anywhere you can find a podcast. It's called FiFi's Funhouse, FiFis Funhouse. It's a really fun podcast. It's human interest stories, but with a queer focus, hosted by a drag queen that you probably don't know or have never heard of. And then what else? I've got new merch coming out soon. I'm doing a Disney-themed Halloween party on October 4th, which is going to be via Zoom. You can go to eventbrite.com and search the word spoopy, SPOOPY, and you'll find my party. It's called FiFi's Not So Spoopy Halloween Party. It's going to be a lot of fun. I've got lots of stuff going on. Honestly, too many things going on. My bat wings are from Dollar Tree. I've got lots of stuff. I'm very excited. Thank you for having me, Aaliyah. This was months in the making. And thank you for having me for your first guest.
Oh, look at I feel, yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes. First guest for season 2.
Okay, sickening. I think we switched places.
Yes, we did. Yeah, I'm now Aaliyah and you're FiFi now. That's great. Hopefully
That's okay. I like that. I'll
instead of you. No? Oh, damn. My Venmo and my Cash App are also at FiFi DuBois DQ, by the way.
Your Cash App is the same thing?
$FiFi DuBois DQ, and my Venmo is at FiFi DuBois DQ.
Perfect. Dominic, when we do get a chance, her Cash App is the same thing with a $sign in front of it.
Yeah, and my PayPal, if you're overseas, paypal.me/FiFi DuBois DQ.
Yes, girl. We love putting that PayPal on.
Well, because sometimes the children don't know, and sometimes they're from the UK or from Ireland or Trinidad and Tobago. You never know where they're coming from. Love this lovely Hilton curtain, sis. Am I losing you because I'm coming to you from Scranton, Pennsylvania? I'm gonna put more Jameson in my cup.
Girl, so it is.
Is it me?
It's Wi-Fi central out here. Just kidding. We're on the rooftop of the bar that I work at in Jersey City.
Oh, are you at 66?
Yeah. Oh, you've been here. Yeah.
We love. Right? I have not been yet. I would love to go, but I love 66.
Stella was our bartender today, so she's here.
Stella who?
Stella Luna.
Oh, love Stella.
Yeah, she's the show director here, so we'll just have to get you out here.
Please, I love that. Do you have preguntas for me?
So speaking of, say that again.
Do you have preguntas for me?
Yeah, I do. So the first thing I want to talk to you about is, I mentioned.
Is it me? Do I need to go out and come back in? I might need to jump onto the Hilton Wi-Fi. Text me.
But your connectivity issues will be fine.
Is it me or is it you? Do I need to connect via Wi-Fi or something? Write in the messages if you're losing Aaliyah or if you're losing me.
I just can't hear her.
Is it you?
Oh, give me a second.
Yep. Hi, friends. I feel like I keep seeing myself, but I also keep losing her, so I don't know if I'm losing me or if I'm losing her. We're both coming to you via satellite from different places. Yeah, these cities. Put them on you. More. Some water.
Okay, hopefully this will be the last time we have to do this. I'm so sorry.
Is it me or is it you? I don't know.
You can hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I just need the volume turned up on for me.
Do I need to put an earpiece in?
I think it's getting there. Can you hear? You can still hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, I can hear you. Okay. So this will be the last time we have to do this. Thank God.
I hope.
It is not you. It is definitely our Wi-Fi on this rooftop.
I hope you're enjoying watching everyone out there.
Yeah, I hope so
too.
I'm so sorry. We're gonna do a different. I'm gonna ask you these questions, but I'm also gonna have you back again when we're in my studio.
That's all good.
Okay, so I talked about your career and how you've gone to Miss Gay America and Continental.
Yeah.
One, what was it like on those stages for you? And then the second part of that is, what's she going for next? Are we going back to America, back to Continental? I love this for you.
So I've done both. I enjoyed Continental from an audience standpoint. I got a lot of really great feedback from audiences, but from a backstage standpoint, I didn't enjoy it as much because a lot of the girls were a little standoffish and they see each other as competition, and I'm not. That's not how I see drag pageants. And then I went and did America, and it's everyone for themselves. Everyone is trying to do their best. They're not trying to beat each other, which is why I really enjoyed America. So I've done America 2 times. I did Continental once. I will maybe go back to Continental again later, but I got a lot of bad vibes from contestants and didn't enjoy it. But I loved the staff, Skip, Jim, the judges. I had a really great time with them. It was the backstage camaraderie that didn't do it for me. And then with America, everyone just wanted to do their own best and they weren't worried about what the other's doing. You're worried about what you're doing and how that's going to affect your scores, not how it's going to affect someone else's scores, which is what I really liked about it, and that's what I look for in pageantry. So I'm hoping to go back for America this year. We're gonna see
Whenever that may be.
Exactly. So I've been reached out to by Miss Mariah Montana. She owns a prelim. I believe it's the Show Me State prelim, but her prelim is the month before nationals for Miss Gay America, and I'm like, I kind of want to know if I'm gonna be in sooner than that.
That makes sense.
But if that's the only prelim, then I'll see you there, sis. You know,
right? I mean, girl, you have the talent. I've seen you so many times. You are such a wonderful dancer, and you just have, I mean, not just dance ability, but you have such stage presence. I think honestly, one of my favorite things that I've seen you do is that chair routine that you do to that like strip tease kind of number.
It's an old number by Ruth B. It's from the 50s. It's very sexual, and I've seen a lot of girls do it, but it's usually big girls, and they do it very sultry and kind of simple, but I do it as a chair dance number, and people are never ready for that. So I like to take things that you think you've seen and then do it differently. Like I did a pageant recently, I did Sweet Transvestite, but I did it as a full burlesque number, and people were like, I've seen this number's overdone, and I said, but you've never seen it the way I do it. And they were like, yeah, you're right. But at the same time, they scored me badly because they've seen it. And I'm like, but not the way that I do it.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean,
don't be preemptive, and I hate that when people just assume they're going to see what they've always seen. And you're not.
Emoting alone is just something that's so, it's so beyond what most girls do when they jump out on stage. So I can't imagine that anybody that we know has the same stage presence as you. So like you said, let you be you.
That part.
Speaking of, you've been a prominent queen in New York for quite some time now.
Yeah.
What did you feel like was the start point for you in New York City? And what was it like breaking into the scene here for you? Because I've just, from personal experience, other than like you and Bob before Bob was Bob, and
Kitten with a whip.
Kitten with a whip, honey. You, Coco, DuBois, and Kitten, there were not girls that were willing to like allow me to be in New York clubs because I didn't put my New York time in, even if I've been doing it for 12 years already. So what was it like for you? And like, what was that feeling when you were like, I've made it?
Wait, I have a question for you before we go to me. Where were you performing before you came to New York?
So I performed everywhere. Oh, yeah. I mean, because I've done so many pageants, you know how it is now. Uh-huh. Like once you've done Continental and you you were literally just across the country.
I was. Before this, I was in Los Angeles. Yeah.
I mean, you traveled before the pageants, but like
not much.
Definitely take it to the next
really
level.
Gave me the opportunity.
So that was me before this, and New York City was just not one of those places, and so it was so hard.
No, so with me, I grew up. I did drag starting in college. I was going to SUNY Purchase, and I did a drag pageant / competition there, and then I got found by a promoter friend of mine at a school event called Zombie Prom. I was dressed in drag. He's like, "What's your name?" And I said, "My name is FiFi DuBois." He said, "Oh, you're a drag queen. You're not just a faggot in drag." I said, "Yes." And then I started. Then I went and competed at Shaquita's show over at Bartini, which I was there for the opening and I was there for the closing. My claim to fame is I've closed 6 bars in New York City. We can talk about that later. I have closed 6 different bars. Anyways, yeah, so I did drag all over the place, and I did So You Think You Can Drag. I did lots of amateur contests to prove my worth and prove who I was. And then I got seen by, actually, the first person that really gave me my first gig was Yua Hamasaki over at Boots and Saddles. She had a show at Boots and Saddles, the old Boots and Saddles that's now a pig feet restaurant. True story. It's now a Japanese restaurant known for pig feet. Not lying.
I mean, those are delicacies to somebody.
They
so
are a delicacy.
more
And I
for
tried to
you,
get my
less
husband to
for
try it
me.
because I love Japanese food, and he was like not about it. He was drunk. He was like not having it. I was like, they love it there, and he's like, no, I'm not doing this. And I said, try it, and he spit it out. Anyway, so I did drag all over New York City. I've always had to prove myself because I'm a dancer. I'm not always the prettiest. It took me about 4 years to really like the way that my makeup looked. So I always, even to this day, I have to prove myself to people. People will say, oh, well, she's a pageant queen. Can she host? And I said, I hosted a show for 7 years at Boots and Saddles, which is some of the worst, most difficult audiences to win over.
Yeah, girl.
Anywhere, because you never know what kind of audience you're going to get there. One day it's going to be bachelorettes, one day it's going to be college students, the next day it's going to be bikers. You never know what you're going to get there. May she rest in peace. So I learned how to host any type of audience at Boots and Saddles, and people underestimated me for years, and then they'll have me and they're like, oh, you're pretty, you can dance, and you're funny, and I'm like, yeah. And
Yeah, but
like,
I've been that girl.
Yeah, I've been done that. Yeah, they don't know when they get to know me, or people are like, "Oh, I heard you were a cunt," and I'm like, because someone tried me. It's not because
or
I'm
because
an
it's
asshole.
our job
it's
on a
because
microphone.
someone came for me first.
Yeah, I mean, but literally, it's our job to be a little extra spicy on the microphone with the audience.
Oh, I have had people say, "Oh, we're one of those mean drag queens." I said, how many nice drag queens do you know?
But also, we're not the mean ones, babe. So
it's your actions that make us mean. Yeah, baby, you got it.
Yeah. Cheers.
What are you drinking? You asked me what's in my glass. What's in your glass?
So this is the Stella that was created earlier by our bartender Sean. I also, just in case, have a vodka and tonic.
Wait, so a Stella Artois or what's
No,
a Stella?
it's called a Stella. It has vodka, an orange liqueur, and some bubbles in it.
Bublés. Okay.
Yeah. So cheers. Yeah,
I hope people are getting to know me and getting to know more about me. And what a horrible person I am.
You're a wonderful person. That's why you're here.
You're so bullshit.
Also, Dominic, I know you've been dealing with my sound, and video, but when we get a chance, can we put FiFi's Cash App up? Great.
And say if you have any questions, please write them in the comments.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely
send in those questions. Oh yeah. So breaking into New York, you talked about that a little bit, but going from New York to pageantry, was that hard? Because you had performed other places, then you came to New York, you put in your time, your New York time, whatever that means to whoever the New York goddess is of like delving out gigs.
Right.
And then going from that to pageantry, what was that like for you?
That's a loaded question. No, so I did my time in Tampa. I did my time in New York City, but I came from a dance competition background. So if you've ever seen the TV show Dance Moms, that was my upbringing. I was raised in that. I had a big fat woman yelling at me to point my toes and to spot and all that stuff. Abby Lee Miller, down. That was my childhood. So I craved for structure and discipline, and that's what pageantry is. So I wanted critiques. I wanted to learn how to grow. So I went into pageantry looking for that, and that's what I got. Like, I learned a lot from pageantry. I mean, there are some times where you have a judge say something that's very subjective or tell you about yourself, and you're like, oh, well, that's your opinion. I had someone judge me at a pageant recently, and I did one thing on prelim night, and then I did it so much better on final night, and they gave me the same critique. I said, you didn't watch my final night performance. Because they didn't. Because I know for a fact that I did it 10 times better because I took their critique from prelim night and applied it 110%. And they said, oh, you could have scored so much higher. I said, I watched you. You weren't watching me. You gave me the same critique from both nights. because you assumed I would have done the same thing and I didn't. But that's on you, not on me.
Right.
So that is again pageantry. It's all subjective. It's someone's opinion. And like assholes, some taste good, some don't.
Work. Cheers to you in that. Here, I've finished this. Oh no, I haven't started.
Hey, there you go. I love
Moving
this
on.
costume.
Thank you, girl.
Young lady.
You know, doing a little neon fantasy for
You're doing pink and yellow. I'm doing purple and black.
Yes.
Spooky.
We could do a little number together.
Oh, absolutely.
I just won't be doing the high.
This?
You can do the high kicks. I'll do the vocals.
Perfect.
What?
Perfect.
Oh no, that's what I was going to ask you, because you talked about prelim and final night.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't actually talked about the difference between what prelim and final night is. To you, what is the difference?
So prelim night to me is feeling out the judges, feeling out the audience. Because I will base my what I wear for final night based on scores and response. If a gown or a swimsuit or a presentation scores really well with judges, I will keep it. If it doesn't, I'll change it or I'll try something new. Like I loved my gown for prelim night for America, and 2 judges loved it, 2 judges hated it. So I was like, do I keep it or do I try something different? They ended up hating my final night gown, but that was a toss-up because it was 2 and 2. So you never know. To me, prelim is the trial run. It's testing the waters, but I'm never gonna half-ass it for prelim night. A lot of people will be like, oh, well, I'm gonna do my whatever. No, I'm gonna give you my best, but it's gonna be a test. You know?
Right. You're putting your foot in the water. You have to see.
Yeah, I'm not phoning it in. I know people that are like, oh well, and I've seen people do this. They'll go in and they're like, oh, I'm gonna do my throwaway number. I'm gonna do a solo talent that I don't really care about, and then I'll make it to final night and I'll do the big production number, and then they don't make it to final night. So,
I mean, you have to give your talent for both nights.
I mean, if you're talented, show me your talent.
Right.
Because
100% that.
I've seen people do it and they're like, oh, I phoned it in for prelim night and then I'll get my real talent for final night. I said, well, you're going to spend $1,000, $15,000, $5,000 bringing in dancers, and then suddenly you're not going to make it because you phoned it in on prelim night. And then you're still going to pay for those dancers. What you going to do, sis?
Girl, those and dancers are not cheap.
I almost did on my prelim night for America. I almost cut 2 of my dancers because the stage was so small.
Oh yeah,
but that's not a big deal to me because that's not dimming my talent. That's being smart and minimizing my space. You know?
Yeah.
And
I mean, you were literally assessing.
And she was like, "Oh, I'm not going to get rid of dancers." I said, "Baby, you have 12 dancers. They're not going to fit on that tiny ass Hamburger Mary's St. Louis stage.
Nope, not at all.
Don't do it. You're stupid. Cut some dancers. You already paid for them. If you make it to the next night, they're still getting paid. They're not going to give you a discount because you didn't use them.
Yeah, they're not. Yeah, it's going to be the same either way.
Paid. And that's why if I'm going to fly my dancers out, if I'm going to pay for everything, they're already paid for it. But I'm worried about me and me getting to the next round, not about them and them getting paid. It's not about them, it's about me. She's getting comfortable now. You see?
Yeah, girl. I mean, that's what this is about, is like taking a sister and just having a good time. So, we touched on pageantry, which, girl, you've been slaying at. We touched on New York City, but what was the start of FiFi? This is something I don't know. What is the start of FiFi? Who was the start of FiFi? Who gave you like the first chance that you've ever had, even if it wasn't New York? Like, who was the girl?
So I again, like I said, I started drag in college at a drag competition. It's called Fall Ball at SUNY Purchase. I did that because I grew up as a dance competition kid, like I also said earlier. So I was just a very competitive person. So I was like, oh, a competition? Mary, I got this. And I lost. But then first opportunity in New York City was Jimmy Prada, who I don't even think he promotes anymore, but he...
Oh my gosh, I love him.
He met me at my college back in the day when he was fucking one of my friends who was going there. He took me to Shaquita's show at Bartini, and I competed at her little co-host contest, and I was the only person that showed up. But not only was I the only person that showed up, it was wall-to-wall legends that night. Like, I showed up on the night of nights. Alexis, God, what's her name? Oh my God. Trans actress.
Candace Kane?
No, it wasn't Candace Kane. It was Mimi on First was there, Manila Luzon, Sahara Davenport, Mimi on First, Alexis Arquette. That's who it was. Alexis Arquette.
Oh, okay.
From the Arquette family, famed actress. Sherry Vine. Like, it was just wall-to-wall legends in one space, and it was my first time performing in New York City. And I was, like, flabbergasted by all these. I didn't know who half of them were, but I looked it up, and I was like, oh, fuck, I just performed for all these legendary children. And there was no competition, so I won automatically, but I had a great fucking time. I was 19. Don't tell Shook to do that. But I had an amazing time, and I won the audience over. It was something I'll never forget. Yeah, so I performed for the first time in New York City at Bartini in front of Mimi First, Alexis Arquette, Sherry Vine, Manila Luzon, Sahara Davenport, Pandora Box. It was just, and that was right when season 2 of RuPaul's Drag Race had gotten announced.
Oh, wow.
So everyone was talking to them. It was amazing.
That was a while ago.
This was about 40 years ago, yeah. Exactly.
You and I are two of the older bitches still going.
People always like, oh, do you know Jam Sport? And I'm like, I wipe my ass with Jam Sports. No, no, I've been doing drag since 2008. Yeah.
Yeah,
12
so
years.
Long,
Celebrating 12 years. In November, it'll be my 12-year anniversary, yeah.
October 2005. So yes, for the 2000.
So what is that, 18 years? Wait.
Is it? 18
13 years. 14 years.
How many years?
So I'm 2008.
15.
15, okay. Well, cheers, sis. Congratulations.
Cheers, girl. Next month you're the only guest in September and the first one. So
we have
Nashy Nash. Hi from Australia, Mama Leah. Second for FiFi. You mentioned makeup. What was your journey like with your beat? By the way, you look gorgeous.
Thank you so much. Who is this?
Nashy Nash.
No, so it actually took, honestly, I tell this to people all the time, it took me about 4 years to be happy with my makeup. Because this was like when YouTube was just starting out. There weren't a lot of great, like cosmetics where you either had real girl cosmetics or stage makeup. There was no in between. There was no full coverage from NARS or MAC or whatever. It was all either like little under eye concealer or like clown makeup. So it took me about 4 years to be really happy with my makeup. I was happy with my makeup probably about 2012, but I was doing it and working the gigs from 2008 to 2012. But no, it took me a long time to get happy with my makeup. I learned a lot from YouTube. Originally, I learned a lot from Misty Eyes from Florida and Manila Luzon on YouTube back when she used to wear makeup. Now she wears lip gloss and mascara and calls it a day. Oh, her makeup is so minimal. She wears like a tinted eyeshadow, like a shimmer eyeshadow, a little dark brown eyeshadow in the corner, and then calls it a day.
It's so crazy. Like,
It's
how does
very
that? How
well.
is that
She used to be
possible?
painted, and I loved it, but now she wears like nothing.
Yeah, I mean, I also think, I mean, you come from this basically the same era that I do, and we just paint harder, but we don't look hard.
No, so that's the thing, is it takes a lot of makeup to look like you're not wearing a lot of makeup or to look beautiful. You know, it's not about looking harsh, but sometimes it takes a lot of makeup to look like you're wearing a little bit of makeup. Honestly. Yeah. I mean,
Girl,
this is a fierce ring light right here, but
mine's up here, so
yeah.
I hear you.
Thank you, Nasty Nash, for saying I look beautiful.
You do, though. I was actually just gonna say you were one of the first queens that I actually saw in New York that actually painted.
Whenever I go to Florida, they say the same thing. They're like, "Wow, you're pretty for a New York girl."
I mean, honestly, though, you and Brenda were two of the girls that like painted.
Yeah.
And
cosmeceuticals. Yeah. We love a cosmeceutical.
Phoebe, you are wonderful and gorgeous. Yes,
thank you, Chris.
I've been really, really, really missing performing, and I mean, thank God, like things are slowly starting. But like,
did you just perform tonight at 626?
I was at Jersey Social, in Hoboken, Jersey City. But yeah, I was there. But still, the crowd is half. It's like not what it was, and I mean, I don't think people actually realize how much nightlife was hit. And so if you can kind of like, I mean, you work full time as a dancer and a queen. So
well, no, I don't even work as a dancer anymore. Like drag is my full time. I work part time at a costume shop as a makeup retailer, which I might be cutting down on that because I might be coming back to work as a queen. It just depends on the gigs. It's difficult because I rely on the kindness of strangers, just like Blanche DuBois from Streetcar Named Desire. It's about donations, especially during these times. Like before, I was like, "Oh, I have gigs. You don't have to tip me. I'm fine, or I'm getting paid." They're like, "Can I buy you a drink?" I'm like, "No, I drink for free, baby. No, buy me a drink, buy me a Big Mac, buy me an Amazon gift card." You know,
reusable bags.
At FiFi DuBois DQ, Cash App at FiFi DuBois, $, FiFi DuBois, PayPal.me/FiFi DuBois. It costs a lot of money to look this cheap. No, it's hard. It's I don't even want to. Yeah.
Yeah. No. I mean, that's one of the reasons. First of all, I wanted to do this show to highlight our community, and it started in March, and that's when I got hit by the pandemic, and now we've even evolved like the way we do our What's in Your Glass segments. Instead of having a winner, we'd rather share that time with a bartender that's like out of work.
Did you have your bartender already?
We did. So our bartender
opened the show. What did we make?
That was the Stella.
Okay.
And so we are looking for bartenders from coast to coast, all around the world. And so I want to help my sisters and brothers. And like, yeah, please send in.
Hit up Miss Aaliyah.
Jump in, Aaliyah at AaliyahMartinezQueen.com or production at AaliyahMartinezQueen.com. Jump in. We will definitely take care of you. Yeah. But I want, that's why I'm like, all of you, please send me your Venmos so that we can put it up on screen. I just want people to know that like this is somebody's livelihood. And when you go out to a bar and you see somebody dancing on a bar or on a chair or on a stage,
I grew up as a go-go boy. That was my first gig.
It's because that's what they do for your entertainment, and your entertainment costs us money to produce.
Yeah.
And now we're not even making that money to produce that entertainment. So it's hard. So please be kind to our bartender and our guests that are on the show, and and
Send them a dollar.
literally,
you know what? This is the biggest
literally
thing.
a dollar
People are
will do.
Oh,
ya.
I don't have money to tip, and I said, do you have $1?
Yeah.
$1 is enough.
A dollar
It's
will
enough.
do ya.
It's not going to make us rich. It's going to help. That can buy a disposable mask. That can buy half a pair of lashes. That can buy. These earrings were $2, so if you got $2,
Yes.
that helps. These nails were $1 from Dollar Tree. You know, it
Sponsor
a
those
little
earrings.
bit.
Sponsor those nails. Let's do it.
You know, well, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't cost a lot to help.
Right.
You know, it's not about.
Exactly.
I'm not asking you to pay my rent. I'm not asking you to. Oh, I had someone. They were like, they flirted with someone on Facebook dating, and they said, "Hi, how are you?" And the next response was, "You want to pay for my next tattoo?" Girl, no, that's not what I'm asking for. I'm not asking for you to pay my rent. I'm asking for a stipend, a little bit,
Right.
to, you know, because this, baby, you're on Facebook, you're on Instagram, whatever, YouTube. This is a little bit of entertainment for you for free. You're paying for, you already pay for your internet, you already pay for whatever,
Yeah.
and you're getting a little bit of entertainment. You pay $7.99 for Hulu. You can pay $1 to watch this, or to help me pay for my next
100%.
pair of nails or my next pair of lashes.
Yeah.
You know?
And also, do you have your next gig lined up yet?
My next gig, what's today?
Today is the 26th.
6?
Yeah.
I have something on October 4th. Actually, on October 4th, I'm doing a digital drag show. It's called Fifi's Not So Spoopy Halloween Party,
Yes.
it's a play on Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, which is a Halloween party that they used to do. Well, they usually do at Disney World. So it's going to be an all Disney themed Zoom party. If you want tickets, you can go to eventbrite.com and search the word Spoopy, SPOOPY, and find tickets there. Right now, they're on sale for $6.
Yes.
They were $10 before. Now they're only $6 until Monday. So if you want to go and get yourself a ticket, you can go to my Facebook, FiFi DuBois, and find the link, or you can search keyword Spoopy on Eventbrite. It's gonna be lots of fun. I'm doing a Maleficent number. We have people doing Ursula, Jack and Sally. We have Hocus Pocus. Oh God, what else? Hunchback of Notre Dame. We've got it all. It's gonna be lots of fun. It's gonna be really random and really like over the top. It's gonna be drag. It is family friendly for this one. I'm supposed to be doing one on the 17th, October 17th. That's gonna be a little less family friendly. So look out for that one as well. But if we don't sell enough tickets for this one, then that one is canceled. So buy a ticket to the family friendly one.
Yes. And literally $6 is not a lot to spend, one. But two, I do want to, I want to press this into the minds of people. When somebody sells on Eventbrite takes a percentage, and you have to pay for the production of that. And so like $6 is not, it's not a lot to spend.
I'm paying a DJ, I'm paying performers, I'm paying for Facebook advertisements, all that. Yeah.
So,
but I'm doing this because I love it, and I want. I love Disney, and I love doing Disney-themed events, so that's what excites me. But if people are not also excited or not buying tickets, then I have no event, or I have nothing to sell, you know?
Yeah. I want to...
Talk to me, baby.
I want to talk a little bit more about the restrictions that have been placed on, like, queens and entertainers in general.
Okay.
Because I just want people to realize not only are we out of work from our clubs, not only are we out of work from our like corporate gigs when we got them or whatever, but now Facebook and Instagram, I don't know if you saw this, have put restrictions on music. 100%. Anything that has a tune to it is basically going to be flagged and is going to have some sort of restriction put onto it. It's a music listening experience is what they're calling it. Like, we're going to put restrictions on music listening experiences.
Yeah.
So that means that all of these live shows that all of you have watched me do or Fifi do, all of these Instagram quick shows or like quick lip syncs or anything like
I
that.
say Instagram and Facebook are the same company. Don't forget that.
Yeah, they are. Facebook owns Instagram, so
Yeah.
even though for some reason they hate to talk to each other sometimes, but they are owned. Facebook owns Instagram, and so that means that that's more money
Oh,
entertainers are out of.
well, so I did a show and I was getting all these viewers. So I had shared it to a bunch of groups, and then suddenly it got shared to a bunch of like hate groups and stuff like that, which happens, and I don't give a
We're
fuck.
drag queens. We've been through it.
Baby,
Yeah.
I'm hateful to myself. Life is hateful to me. But anyways, so I was getting shared in all these groups, and they were like, so I had posted, I said, oh, I don't own the rights to this music. I'm using this for entertainment purposes. It's no financial gain. And they're like, well, because you're asking for tips, that's a financial gain. And I said, no, I'm using this for my own personal use because I paid for all of this music. I'm listening to it in my house, and you just so happen to be watching me. That's what it really comes down to, because I am not charging you. If I'm on Facebook or Twitter or Instagram, I'm not charging you. You're not getting charged a fee. You're not
then
getting
it's a gift when they give it to you.
charged iTunes, 99 cents, whatever. None of that. So if you don't like it, don't watch it, baby. Don't report me or don't say, oh, you don't own the rights to this music. It's bullshit, and it's crazy, because what always happens, and it drives me crazy, is I will get my shit flagged because it's an algorithm or it's an automated program that flags your music, saying, oh, Warner Brothers owns the rights to this, Jive Records owns the rights to that. And it'll get flagged, and then it gets released within like a week. And I said, so why flag it in the first place if you're going to release it? Because they'll see that I'm a drag queen, or that I'm using it for my own personal use, or blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm not claiming that I own this music. I'm not saying, give me $20 to watch this DJ set, or $20 to watch me kick my leg to Beyonce. I'm not doing any of that. I'm using it in my house, and you're watching, and it gets wild, but that's, at the end of the day, it's not my problem, but it does affect my business, because I can't go to a club or a bar and dance to those same songs, which Warner Brothers is not claiming rights to every time they play WAP at the Ritz. No.
Hello. It's crazy. We can do it on a stage in front of people, but we can't do it on Instagram or Facebook. Like, girl, it's just not right.
You got it. Chime in if you agree, or if you disagree. If you work for
give
Warner
us
Brothers.
all the tea.
Yes, baby.
While they're doing that, I opened the show by talking about voting and the importance of voting, and I want to know what voting is to you, and are you currently registered? What does it mean for you? I know what it means for me, and I'll talk about that. When we all vote.org is a great place to go.
Vote.org, rockthevote.org. There's lots of websites. Please
drag out the vote. Yep, we're. I know we're both passionate about our community.
Very.
And so, what does it mean if Trump wins? Are you currently registered? What is voting to you? All of that. Talk to me about voting.
Wait, repeat your first question.
What does it mean if we have Trump win?
The end of the world. Honestly, me and my husband are talking about moving to New Zealand. If that were to happen.
My husband and I were talking about moving to the Netherlands. So.
Netherlands! Oh, which was?
Well, we're going to go to Amsterdam.
Okay, well, Netherlands was the first place to legalize same-sex marriage.
Yeah.
Fun fact. We're talking about New Zealand, but it's not an option to me. That's not an option. I don't want to see it happen. I was hosting a 6-year-old's birthday party this evening, which is why I'm in Scranton, Pennsylvania, hanging out with, what's his name from The Office?
Michael Scott.
Michael Scott, yes. Where me and Michael Scott just had a drink over at
hanging out in the Hilton.
The Hilton bar. No, so it's not an option. I was talking to the mother of the birthday girl, and she said, I'm not voting. And I said, what? she's like, oh, well, I voted last time and it didn't mean anything. And I said, well, that's the problem.
It means everything.
It means everything, and we need you to vote. She's like, well, he's going to win anyways. And I said, no. Because of that attitude, he's going to win. If you don't have that attitude, then that's when we start to make a revolution. He's scared.
Yeah.
He is
scared. He is
he's
scared.
terrified, and we want him to be scared.
Thank you for scaring him, all of you out there. We love that.
No, we don't want him to feel confident, because the second he feels confident, that's when he'll win. He felt confident in 2016.
Yep.
He had Putin on his side. He had, you know, what's it? Not PBS.
Fox News.
Fox News and public radio. What's his name? Oh God, what's that?
He's basically made bad blood with every news media and everything out there.
They want us to be scared. Maybe I'm not scared. I am not scared anymore, and I don't want to be scared. You're not going to get me to run. You know, I want everyone to vote. Everyone needs to be registered to vote. Register for absentee if you can. I've registered for absentee. I've not received my absentee yet. Maybe I've got an N95 mask with my motherfucking name on it.
Yep.
If I'm not able to vote absentee, I will be at that poll. And please do not be scared. Keep your social distance from Karen.
Wear your mask. Take your hand sanitizer with you, girl.
You got it. Don't be afraid of Karen
little bottles.
and Darren and any of those other people. Don't let them scare you away.
Don't take it from the end. Karen, Darren, Sharon.
The fact that he showed his motherfucking face at Ruth Bader Ginsburg's memorial.
Girl, and got booed off the steps. It was a sad moment that he showed up.
He's so easily scared, and that's the way I like him. I like him scared. You know, let him be afraid. He got booed there. When that Asian woman at the COVID-19 conference outside of the White House, and he told her not to ask any more questions, and then a white woman said, let my friend ask you more questions, and he had to go. That's the way we like him. Let him be scared, baby.
Yeah.
Keep him weak. Keep him scared, because
and vote.
That's all we can do.
Register. Vote.
Register to vote. It's very important. Yeah. Frockthevote.org, vote.org. What's the other one? Dragthevote.org. There's all of them. Please register to vote. Find out where you're registered to vote. Whatever you have to do.
That means
and if you're not a citizen, make sure your friends are registered to vote.
Yeah, that's a very good one. I say it again, FiFi.
If you are not a citizen, make sure your friends who are citizens are registered to vote, because that's your. You know, if you want to stay here, you don't want to get scared off by Mistress Donald Trump. Then don't let her scare you off. Make sure your friends are registered to vote, and make sure that they make this a good place for you to live. You came here for a reason. Don't let the Cheeto in the sky scare you away.
Yeah.
All right?
Don't let that rotten pumpkin fuck you up.
Baby, happy Halloween, okay?
We're almost there, honey. Halloween month starts next week.
This is Halloween.
Yeah, Halloween month starts next week, right? The gays love Halloween, though.
I love Halloween.
Honey, you can throw a leather strap on somebody's chest and ears, and they will swear it's a nun.
Baby, I have a pink harness. I said, let me put a pink harness on and a unicorn horn and call myself a faggy unicorn.
You just are the only unicorn.
Because I dress up for a living. Unless I'm getting paid, I'm not getting a full drag. So I said, let me put a unicorn horn on my head and a harness on and call it Halloween.
Take it from the top to the bottom. Yeah.
Take it from the top. Make it what?
Also, you could do your pink harness and those ears and just be, I'm a bat.
I'm a bat. Duh.
Yeah. She's a bat. A bat. A bat.
Macaroni in the pot. I'm a bat. Yeah.
Girl, do you remember you gave me a chance at Boots
Bras
and
and Girls?
Saddle? It was actually my crowning. You and I had
Yes.
known each other for a little while,
We had met
but
once, yeah.
you were like, absolutely, you are just like somebody trying to do something, and I'm absolutely going to give you this opportunity. And you and Coco invited me, and I just like, I think about that very often
Oh, you're so
as
sweet.
somebody who has had as many years as I have in this industry and can literally walk anywhere outside of New York and be recognized. I said this to some of the New York girls the other day. I was at a Brooklyn location the other day that happens to partake in some entertainment that it shouldn't. And
What?
and like, work, girl.
What? I'm just getting comfortable. Oh, don't show my feet. Sorry.
Keep doing it. Keep switching
She took her
positions.
shoes off. She had to get
And
comfortable.
position 1, position 2, position 3. We're gonna go to 6. Position 4. Here she goes. Position 5 and position 6. Yes! No, so I was out at this Brooklyn location, and I was like, all of you are recognized who have been doing drag for 6 months here. And
Wait, doing drag for 6 months or 6 months here?
both.
Yeah, okay, I got you. Don't say no more.
And I was like, bitch, this is 15 years, and all of you had to be introduced to me. But you didn't need that. Like, that's not the type of person you are. That's not the type of like entertainer you are. That's not the type of sister you are.
I introduce myself to people, but like I could know of you, and I know your legacy, or I see that you have 5,000 followers, 10,000 followers on Instagram. Like, I know, but also like we've never met. That doesn't mean anything to me. Like how legendary you are. Like I want to meet you, the person, not just the legacy. You know?
Right. Is there, other than the show we talked about, is there anything you talked about your website a little bit, if you want to talk about that more? Is there anything that you have coming up that we should literally be like on our hands and knees begging for and watching for and like clawing at the door for? I mean, everything you do, yes.
What?
Everything that you do in general, yes.
I mean, it's also, anything you see me do, it's gonna be a show.
Your recent thirst trap Instagrams, yes.
Yes. No, she thirst traps on Instagram. You can find me at FiFi DuBois. FiFi DuBois. Yeah, I show my asshole a lot. She might start an OnlyFans of just my underwear pics. But no, I do. I have October 4th. I have my Disney Halloween show coming up. It's going to be really good. I have 10 entertainers that have all done specific performances for that show. These are never before seen performances. Tickets right now are only $6. You can go to eventbrite.com. If you type in the word Spoopy, SPOOPY, you'll be able to find tickets. It's called FiFi's Not So Spoopy Halloween Party, which is a play on a Disney party that used to happen every October at Disney World. You can also follow me on Instagram at FiFi DuBois. I have new merch coming out soon. It has not come out yet, but I currently have 2 Instagrams. At FiFi DuBois, and then another one called FiFi Skivvies, which is just my dirty underwear pics.
Yes.
You know, because I was posting. Well, I would post my underwear pics on my regular Instagram, and then I would get a ton of likes, and then I would get a ton of unfollows at the same time. So like it was like a toss up. So I'm like, let me put them. So I'll post them on my Instagram, and then if you want them to stay, you go to FiFi Skivvies, FiFiSKIVVIES on Instagram, FiFiSSKIVVIES. Yeah. To see all my cute underwear pics and more. Yes, and more. I also have a new nude. I have a nude photo shoot coming out soon. on my Instagram, so look for that. No, I don't have a website out yet. I'm waiting to launch my website until I get 10,000 followers on Instagram.
I love that.
So if you follow me at FiFi DuBois GQ on Instagram and I reach 10K, then my website will launch. It's going to be fififofum.com.
Yeah.
FiFoefum.com or FiFiDuBoisGQ.com. I'm going to buy both. I've already bought both handles, so either one will show up. No, I'm excited about new adventures. I'm not on Drag Race season 13, so send me money on Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal. I'm also not on Dragula or Camp Wanakiki or Hoarders or The Home Edit or Queer Eye for the queer guy.
The queer guy.
Yeah, I'm not on Queer Eye. I'm on none of it. None of it. None of it. None of it. Not happening. So you can find me on my new web series at FiFi DuBois GQ on
I love it.
Instagram.
Sister, I have one question for you, and
Yes.
then I am, since we started a little bit later, I just want to keep on our time. My question is, I am going to have a sisters episode where I have my closest drag friends and gal pals, and I want to invite you back on for that. Will you accept?
What's the date?
TBD.
Okay. Tentatively? Yes.
Tentatively, yes. I love that.
Now, as long as I'm available, and I'm usually available, I'd love to.
Do either of us have shows on New Year's Eve? This is my mother-in-law.
Oh goodness, that's too far.
We don't know
off
yet,
for me.
honestly.
Yeah, we're in a pandemic. I can't plan that far ahead. I hope so. I have people trying to book me for next Halloween, and I'm like, that's too far off. I have people trying to book me for next Christmas. I'm like,
check on that. We'll
I was like, do we have a vaccine? Then maybe I'll be there.
Then I'm there.
Not, we'll see.
I cannot thank you enough. I love you so much. You're wonderful. FiFi DuBois. It's FiFi, FiFi DuBois on Instagram. You can also find that on Venmo. And Cash App is $FiFi DuBois.
And PayPal.
And PayPal.
PayPal.me/FiFi DuBois GQ for all you overseers. Okay.
PayPal.me. I love that.
Yeah, for that my fan from Australia, Nasty Nash.
Oh, Nasty Nash, yes, my baby. I love.
Oh, love.
Go ahead and send FiFi a little something. I
love you. Thank you so much for having me. You look gorgeous.
You look gorgeous.
I'm moving around so much because I have to pee because I've been drinking since.
No, it's totally fine. I just want to make sure that we don't ever cut out on you again. And so
no, it was wonderful. Like once we started, we got it. So
I love you, and I will see you soon, and see you on the sister episode. We'll make it work.
Sister.
Mwah.
Never know
Bye,
how.
baby. All right, everybody. Tune in next week. We will have international recording star Paul Morris, a very dear friend of mine who I met in Curacao when I was at Curacao Pride last year. I want to remind all the bartenders out there to send in your request for a video to be a featured bartender to production, PRODUCTION @AaliyahMartinezQueen.com. I love you. This is season 2. We had a interesting start, but that just means the rest of the episodes are going to be even that much better. Viva Aaliyah. Mwah.